But it'd be insane to suggest doing something R-rated for relaxation when we just met, and I'm unfamiliar with his anatomy. He might have multiple. Imagine the possibilities. Don't look at me that way, Egan! Apparently I get something if I name myself Egan. I'm panicking. I'm Egan. No, I'm not Egan. I'm Egend. Egan's eyes widen in utter bewilderment. Then he blushes and taps his chin. I see you've already taken my name. There's nothing left but to make it official.
Wait, hold on, that's not what I meant.
No need to flounder. I've understood your intentions. Our duel is the speed of our courtship, is it not?
No, let me choose something else. Wait, no, I didn't choose that to begin with.
I was unaware people on your planet were so forward. I shall return your affections 1,000-fold.
Wait, Egan!
He hoists me into his arms and hovers towards his spaceship.
Oh my! Oh wow! That's my sister, everyone! She's getting married today!
Len! His name is my name too. Congratulations, you're the fastest marriage in the West! While it doesn't lead to an ending, what word game could I have chosen instead of a children's card game? Why don't I pick a simple game? Word games have always been my forte. Hopefully Egan's English vocabulary is limited, otherwise this simple game will doom the universe. How about we try a party game called The Governor's Cat? The rules are simple. We'll take turns describing the theoretical cat our governor owns with different adjectives. Each adjective must start with a different letter in the alphabet, starting with A. That sounds primitive, but I shall oblige you. Let us duel. Great, I'll start the sentence. The governor's cat is an angry cat. The governor's cat is a brilliant cat. The governor's cat is a cute cat. The governor's cat is a diligent cat. The governor's cat is an energetic cat. This is a cute game. The governor's cat is a fierce cat. The governor's cat is a gallant cat. The governor's cat is a handsome cat. The governor's cat is an impatient cat. The governor's cat is a judgmental cat. The governor's cat is a kooky cat. The governor's cat is a languid cat. The governor's cat is a magnificent cat. The governor's cat is a naughty cat. The governor's cat is an observant cat. The governor's cat is a playful cat. The governor's cat is a quirky cat. I'm going to be hearing the governor's cat in my sleep. The governor's cat is a reclusive cat. The governor's cat is a scrawny cat. The governor's cat is a thin cat. The governor's cat is an ugly cat. The governor's cat is a vain cat. The governor's cat is a whimsical cat. The governor's cat is Egan stammers on his turn, then falls silent. Hello? Egan? Are there no adjectives that start with... I'm thinking. You have 1 second. But he doesn't make it. A second later, he's sweating. I'll give his intense focus an A+ for effort, but he totally failed. More time won't solve that. Time's up. Seems I've beaten you. No, I can do it. Best 2 out of 3. Sure, but we can't use any more of the same adjectives from the previous round. What? But your confounded Earthian language only has so many adjectives. We're starting. The governor's cat is an attentive cat. The governor's cat is a brutish cat. The governor's cat is a cheerful cat. I feel like I'm singing. I feel like Andrew Lloyd Webber is gonna come out and start taking down notes for Cats the 2, the musical. The governor's cat is a devious cat. The governor's cat is an elegant cat. Why, you quit having an answer. The governor's cat is a fiendish cat. The governor's cat is a gentle cat. Heinous cat. The governor's cat is an innocent cat. Juvenile cat. The governor's cat is a knowledgeable cat. Lamentable cat. Judging by that expression, I think he's talking about me instead of the imaginary cat with his adjective selection. Hey. The governor's cat is a marvelous cat. Nefarious cat. The governor's cat is an outgoing cat. We speed through the rest of the round until I hit W. The governor's cat is a wondrous cat. The governor's cat is a... Ugh! I win again. No, it cannot be. Every word I know that starts with X is an Orthonian. Oh yeah, like his last name. I know too many languages for this. They're mixed up in my head.
That sounds like a you problem.
This cannot be. Best 3 out of 5.
Wow, he's a sore loser, huh? But I humor him. Egan chokes earlier that time around.
Blast! Your infernal English language is a wretched amalgamation of stolen languages.
Well, yeah, I guess it is. I mean, you're both wrong and right.
If I started with the letter A, then I would win. You could give me an X word if I demanded it.
The governor's cat is a xenial cat.
Ah! And on rounds 2 and 3?
Easy. Xanthic cat and xenophobic cat.
Ha!
Egan shoots out of his seat, completely red-faced.
How dare you know so many words? I will never play such a horrendous word game again.
Cool. I still win, yeah?
You've made that abundantly clear.
I beat him harder here than I did in Duel Monsters.
I feel a little bad for him. She's got a ruthless vocabulary.
Yeah, that human thesaurus didn't stutter once.
But we're saved thanks to her.
Egan folds his arms and glares out the window.
I've been bested. Further resistance would be a slight upon Ornthonian tradition. The terms of a duel must be honored. Those are the absolute rules of our planet.
He rejoins me at the table.
As you are the victor of our match, you may name your terms.
I'm so shocked by the fact that I beat him that nothing feels real for a moment. Oh yeah, what if I say, I want the safety of my loved ones? Then, I want safety for my loved ones and myself. Keep invading. Ha! Every cheer around me dies. My sister chokes on her water.
I don't believe I misheard you, but did you say you want Ornthonians to invade Earth?
That's exactly what I said, but during all that and afterwards, my sister and I get to live a better life than we have been.
Hey, you! What do you think you're doing?
Protecting what I care about. By selling out all of humanity? Humanity's doomed anyway. At least this way I get some control. No, I thought she was our savior, but she's evil.
Everyone thinks Espoir is nice and sweet, but little do they know that my true plan is world domination.
What's evil to you is practical to me. You all assumed I'd save you. I never said I actually would. When did that ever leave my mouth?
We won't let you. Get her!
The crowd comes alive like a beast, but Egan's people apprehend everyone who tries to reach me.
I shall order your demands. Consider yourself and your sister spared. Follow me.
Chaos breaks out as thunderous zapping shakes the world outside. I grasp my sister's arm. Her mouth is agape and she's completely stunned, but I drag her along with me as I follow Egan. You're right, Lynn. I was too quick to want to get out of here. This was a pretty wonderful date after all.
Yeah, probably better off. The one place untainted by capitalism.
One place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Space! Okay, the developers of this game, I know you, I see you. You guys are the true meme lords. Let me.
Dang it.
I don't have a prop crown to place upon your heads. Alright, let's hit that red button. We can pick the green button to agree. Hit that red button.
Unfortunately for Andel, I was born a curious gremlin. I want to know what he'll say now that I've pressed the red button.
As you don't understand, I'll explain everything again from the beginning. You have violated Ornthonian duel law, which mandates all parties involved in a duel must fulfill all terms previously agreed to.
Oh. I did this to tease him, but he's actually explaining it again.
In greet up Lynn, who serves as your proxy and your guarantor. Guarantor? What in the world is a guarantor? I'm learning all kinds of new words here. In greet up Lynn, who serves as your proxy and your guarantor, agreed to a duel of which you decide the terms of, and our urchin, Prince, had to fulfill. Following that duel, you two were supposed to have an amicable date at the coffee shop, one more sip. The moment you showed up at the date location at the specified time, you agreed to the terms, whether you were informed of them or not. Ignorance is not an excuse on Ornthon. We take our promises seriously, and our duels even more so. The punishment for the party who fails to uphold their terms is typically altering their matter into something beneficial to Ornthon. However, you were spared that fate by His Highness. Instead, you must make amends in the form of 3 dates, all of which will be honored with a jovial attitude before an entire Earthian week passes. If you fail to do that in any capacity, and bring further harm to what paltry dignity our prince has left, we'll seize Earth as compensation. If you understand now, kindly hit the green button. Oh, okay, so the red and green button is a do I agree, do I not agree. Red button. I strike the red button again. And then the music stopped. For about 3 minutes, Andel stands across from me, back straight, glasses glinting atop his head. What's the deal with that glasses thing? Just checking, but you don't understand what I've now explained to you twice, and that's why you've hit the button again, yes?
That's correct.
It's a bold-faced lie. If you require information to be explained in a specific manner, I can do so. So please do inform me.
I'm going to need you to speak in rhymes. Once more verbally should suffice.
I see. Then, once again, you didn't fulfill your part on the agreed-upon duel terms with our prince, so you will date our prince 3 times before your Earthian week is over as compensation. We will seize Earth if our prince isn't given that compensation. I trust you understand now. Hit the green button. I'm gonna press it again. I'm gonna press the red button again. I'm gonna press that red button again.
I tap the red button again. The longer Andel stares at me, wondering if I'm serious, the funnier this gets. I've already committed. I must know how many times more I can do this. I think this is the last time I can do this.
Andel takes a deep breath. Zygolf.
What was that? You summoning the name of Zygolf?
Zalgolf, you've given your worst trials to your most exhausted combatant. Since you are a simpleton, I will explain in the plainest terms possible once more. If you do not date Egan, it is goodbye to your planet. Understand? And if you hit that button again, I'll speed up that process.
He snaps his paper upwards.
Now, the green button, if you would.
This time, I ought to do it. Hit the red button.
But the rebel in me hovers a palm over the red button. I bite my lip to keep a straight face at the incredulous look Andel gives me.
See, I told you I was secretly evil. Then I swing my palm down. Tee! And I do it again. You really pushed his buttons.
Andel vaporized you, but
It was worth it to hit that awesome button. Like, come on, it's red.
Egan's gonna be like, where's my date? And Andel's just gonna point to the dust on the floor.
Oh yeah, instead of beating him down with the chancla, let them walk all over you. Sure, come in my house, eat my food. Except, when I open my mouth, only a puff of air comes out. These aliens conquer worlds. What's my measly argument going to do when I'm faced with that? Andel's waiting for the chance to vaporize me. Who's to say he won't the second I protest? Forget I said anything. Let's keep the peace. The expression Lynn gives me could snag the top spot on a top 10 betrayals video. Oh!
With that settled, I want more. Contract violator, make us a second helping, would you?
Sure thing.
Oh, and use a separate space. I don't like the gases my food emits to touch.
You've got it. A spine? Is that a kind of food? That doormat is human-shaped. It's important to put your foot down when someone invades your personal space. Especially if you pay $4,500 a month for rent. Oh, that hurts my heart. Invaded, and it's a doormat. Aww.
So,
First of all, thank you so much to the developers for putting in a walkthrough, because with this part, with the escape room, you have to pick the wrong thing 60 times. You have to pick the wrong option 60 times to use up all of your time in the escape room. So that's what I did. I just looked at the flashlight for an hour. The door to the escape room clicks open, and a man, so exhausted his eye bags have eye bags, shuffle in. Time's up. Please come out. What? We've yet to best the Pharaoh. We have other guests who booked this room arriving in 10 minutes. Are you going to let us reset the room? Or are you going to ruin my day further, is implied with his deadpan stare.
No, sir. We're exiting now. We just get kicked out?
This is not over. I must vanquish our foe, or I'll never rest again.
You barely rest anyway, so leave it alone.
Egan hoists me onto his shoulder and rushes deep inside the escape room set. Oh dear. Pharaoh, re-request another duel. Yeah, he's Ornthonian, all right. For the pride of Ornthon. Due to Egan's stubbornness, you became that kind of guest. Being a social pariah is tough, but it's fun to wear a bag on your head. So what if we go back and we see how Egan reacts to some other ways to relax? Of all the things I do to relax, there are only a few that come to mind that are fun to do with another person. Usually last time we listened to music together, that was really cute. What if we watch something? I point towards the living room. I typically watch something on the TV and chew through tons of snacks if I'm watching something good. Actually, I still polish off tons of snacks even if I'm watching something bad. I'm familiar with television. I've learned much from that invaluable tool. Why is he referring to the TV as if it's some reverent teacher who's taught him decades of sage advice? Well, I mean, kinda has. Just don't teach him about the internet. Though, after spending so much time there, I doubt I'm destined to meet Goku, Luffy, or Naruto. Oh no, he's gone the undyne path. We have to tell him that anime is real.
Egan,
I chew my lips to keep myself from laughing.
May I ask how exactly you studied Earth?
The same way Undyne and Undertale studied humans. Through decades of media consumption, and Andel's occasional nagging. Why?
Goku, Luffy, and Naruto aren't real people. They're fictional. Made up.
Not with that attitude, me. As my fleet remains untouched, and Andel hasn't catalogued a single Earthian with extraordinary anomalies, you mean like glowing yellow hair and bulging muscles that can fly and shoot lasers from their mouth? I suspected as much.
Wait. What do you classify as an ordinary anomaly?
Must we discuss Andel's research? It'd be better to ask him than have me poorly paraphrase it.
I'm certain he'd chew me out if I dared ask him, so let's not. I'm greatly amused that you thought those characters were real and came here anyway.
Yeah, as he's a conquering alien, shouldn't he be terrified of Goku? Nothing could douse my desire to meet you.
How can you say that with a straight face?
Would altering my face shape give my words credence? I can't hold back anymore and start laughing. Egan's grin brings out the sprinkle of magenta in his eyes.
Okay, let's get back on track. Here's how we'll spend the afternoon. I'll make our snacks, and since you know how to use a TV, why don't you pick what we watch?
Egan nods and heads into the living room. I pivot towards the pantry.
Okay, what do we have to munch on?
Never mind, Egan, give me the remote. We are watching Revolutionary Girl Utena. About 20 minutes later, Egan and I lounge on the couch with the TV in front of us. He spent a while browsing various streaming services Lynn is subscribed to, and settled on a trending show with bright colors called Posterity Cleaning. Posterity cleaning? We need our posterities cleaned? It has a high rating compared to everything else. Let us observe if it's worthy or not. He turns up the volume, and I stuff popcorn into my mouth as the show starts. We're down to the wire now. Only 3 minutes remain for our contestants. The opening shot shows a group of people frantically scrubbing and folding various fabrics, while others rush back to their tables.
My shaking hands execute steps I've performed thousands of times, everything I've practiced and learned.
A single spot remains for one of our contestants at Yandere Academy, but only those who present their fabrics to the judges have a shot at this.
Fold, I can't mess up now.
A young girl with vibrant lilac hair folds fabrics as if her life depends on it. All the garments on her table are startlingly shaped and have jutting angles. She's neatly tucking and folding. 2 minutes before the judges come by tables. Who will the spot belong to? Everyone?
Crisp, clean.
30 seconds left.
Lines.
And that's time. Contestants, step away from your tables. The heroine steps back at attention as the shot zooms out. People at various tables collapse. Others throw their hands in the air. And our promising contestant, who claimed the final spot at Yandere Academy, is... A sheet billows across the shot, and instead we see the same lilac-haired girl staring up at a massive campus as other students rush past her.
I can do this.
This is quite something. I'm as confused as I am intrigued. The moment the protagonist takes a step forward, another white sheet blows across her, and we transition towards a bright blue sky. The show turns out to be about making different fabrics in the fashion industry and the importance of properly laundering the different materials. The protagonist, Tace Lazmnin, attends a prestigious textile engineering academy that has both laundry and fashion competitions. Apparently, the school's goal is to give students an irrevocable appreciation for how fabrics come to be. Honestly, it reads like an environmentalist piece disguised as a shoujo anime. But it's fun. It's like you're watching something and just think, hey, are you trying to teach me something? So I give it a chance alongside Egan, who's genuinely engrossed. Tace knows a lot about laundry and maintaining the longevity of different fabrics and materials. It was a sacred teaching in the rural, self-contained community she's from. She won herself a scholarship to the school after filling in for a friend at a competition they were supposed to participate in.
I pity Clydia, since this was originally her spot, but I promised to do my best. Yeah!
Tace runs into someone, and the camera pans up from her view to a gorgeous and stylish young woman of clearly high class. She has fierce eyes. Oh no, is this a rival or a love interest?
Oh, she's so pretty.
That's what she'd say if she saw you too.
Egan, stop.
I toss my pillow at Egan.
Hey, you! Where did you learn your manners? Don't you know who you just bumped into? I'm sorry.
Tace falls silent as she stares at the beautiful girl. She admires how stylish she is, or as the camera eventually reveals, the quality of the fabric her clothes are made of.
Hurry up and apologize. You're gawking at Rena
Belvedere. Belvedere.
Give it a rest. Alini, Nini. Her uniform doesn't have a single crest on it. She must have just transferred here. I'm so sorry. If you are, then look where you're going from now on. Archibald?
A butler materializes beside the girl. Oh, he's fast. Reminds me of your guards. The sofa wiggles as Egan laughs. Yes, young miss.
Help her up in my stead.
Rena pivots and stalks away. Every step is elegantly animated.
Don't you dare forget that Rena let a bumpkin like you go today.
The two girls accompanying Rena rush after her. Meanwhile, Archibald the butler pulls Tace to her feet.
I really hope I didn't make an enemy today. I have enough on my spool this year.
Haha, spool. I appreciate her word choices. You would. The rest of the episode plays out, with Tace finding her footing in the school. Apparently she's never been in a formal classroom, so she gets lost pretty often, and is incredibly socially inept with everyone she meets.
Wow, is that genuine bamboo? Huh? It is. but I never expected anyone to notice. I come from a long line of bamboo farmers. I would love to hear more. Actually, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce me to your family. Well, maybe I will if we get to know each other better. First, who are you? Tace Lazimnen. It's my first year here, and my first time ever in a building like this. Nice to meet you, Tace. I'm Oratory, but people usually call me T. It's lovely to meet you, T. If you don't mind, can we walk to class together? I'd love to.
The fast friends find out they're in the same class, though it's a funny coincidence after they spend the episode hopelessly lost on the massive campus. Turns out, T is bad with directions. As a result, T and Tace keep running into Rena and her cronies. However, Tace is happy to discover that Rena is her senior by 1 grade. The more engrossed Egan and I get into the show, the less we chat, but simply existing next to him is nice. The opening arc of the show focuses on a design competition. Apparently students of all grades may enter, so Tace decides to. I'm eagerly anticipating Tace's talents. We don't know how talented she is. All she's done is be fascinated by materials. While preparing for the competition, Tace learns that Rena is popular for a multitude of reasons, the primary ones being that her family helped found the school and manages one of the largest fashion brands in the world. As such, Rena is an inspiring fashionista who yearns to know as much about textiles as possible. Aw, I'm surprised this isn't an anime.
It's better to avoid her. People suck up to her, thinking her family will hire them fresh out of school, but I doubt it. Is it so crazy that I'd like to become friends with Rena? What's crazy is that you can't differentiate between dreams and delusions. Rena would never befriend you.
T's expression sours as Rena's cronies interrupt with a bunch of other students.
Did we hear that right, Bumpkin? You becoming friends with who? You'd better stay in your lane. Seriously, don't you two have some of Rena's trash to revere or something? Go away. But there's no law stating she and I can't be friends. You need influence to so much as breathe the same air as her. I heard that last year, the heir of the JQ fashion offered an entire island while proposing, yet Rena declined. Would anyone want that? It sounds super impractical. They're of a different world from you, Bumpkin. Leave her. She's survived on potatoes and rice all her life, so we can't expect her to understand. Doesn't everyone eat those to survive? See? It'd be a miracle for her to befriend Rena. Or perhaps Rena would do it. After all, you can write off charity work.
The students surrounding them snicker.
Whatever. Let's just go, Tace. Have any of you tried? I don't know, treating Rena normally? She's just a person at the end of the day. It's just like a bumpkin to think being normal is how you woo anyone. Focus on your competition entry. Don't forget that you'll be expelled if you lose your scholarship. We're ready to throw you an extravagant going-away party when that day arrives. It's the least we can do, knowing how malnourished you'll be in the backwaters you're from.
The students around them chortle and wheeze.
Why, my heart's already breaking.
Then why is she smiling? Egan, they're making fun of her.
Let's go, Alini. We can use this inspiration to win the competition. Toodles!
However, despite rumors saying Rena's design is a sure win for the ceremonial competition, Tace wins instead when her design transforms, telling an entire story the second she washes it.
I lost?
People are mesmerized by Tace's work, as they can't decode the message of it, and she refuses to elaborate on it to anyone. Her design is quite melancholic compared to her personality.
You think so? The colors she used remind me of homesickness.
Egan leans forward. I believe your observation has merit.
What's strange is that, despite Tace's victory, Rena is the least upset about it. She spends a lot of time in front of Tace's design. Now that they're rivals, the two of them push one another, suffering through wins, losses, and clashes of ideals as they showcase different techniques.
These two have as many arguments as they do touching moments.
That's a typical rivalry drama for you.
Tace and Rena face off 5 more times, 4 of which Tace dominates,
before she shockingly loses to Rena. Tace quietly leaves the after-party for the victors and heads back alone to her dorm, only to run into Rena.
You should be at the party. Why are you here instead? Is it to gloat? Your first design was an embodiment of yourself, wasn't it? It was a story about you and your family. How did you know that? The patterns you make, the colors you chose, they all pay homage to the place you're from. At first I thought it was a calling card, but it's a letter, an attempt to tell them where you are, which leaves me wondering how exactly you got here, Tace. No way! How could she know that? I'm right, aren't I? That's why you're making that face, and why you're so desperately weaving your story into your works.
At the climax of the plot, we discover Tace's secret, and Rena's. Rena's always been incredibly jaded by fashion. As to her, there's too much waste and disregard. The love of longevity has died. Meanwhile, Tace was separated from her family. She was sent away with several other children to pursue a better life among the changing times.
So what if you're right? I'll never reach them. Everything I've done up until now is just... it's all... If you say it's all worthless, I'm never going to forgive you. Your work brought color back into my gray world, so don't you dare say anything bad about it.
Egan and I are on the edge of our seats as the two girls exchange shouts and tears. Aww.
You'll find them. No, I won't. You will, because I'll help you. What kind of person would I be if I didn't help out my friend, Rena?
Egan inclines his head. Please be friends for a long time, you two. Just friends? Come on, there's no way. Not with that level of devotion. Earthians must see things differently. Friendship often trumps romance on Ornthon.
Really? That's fascinating.
Moved by Tace's story, the two become a duo and work together on Rena's graduation project.
I never thought T's family would let us harvest from their fields. My family's done everything to get their materials.
Rena tugs down her hat in the vast, beautiful cotton field she stands in with Tace. Are we gonna harvest the bamboo and the cottons?
Things I should apologize for, come to think of it. If you've turned over a new leaf, I think that'll do. T always said she wants her family materials to go towards a cause she believes in.
The girls power through grueling months. Tace will model the outfit she helps Rena craft.
Look at you. You finally stare straight ahead when you walk. Because I used to watch my shoes, but now I don't want to miss you.
Tace, you've really changed. The date rapidly approaches, and their competition for the ultimate graduation award is fierce. Usually, students can't leave the campus or travel when they're on break. Why does the Academy have such terrible rules? All Tace wants is the chance to reunite with her family. I'm fired up, but Egan's uncharacteristically silent. Fortunately, grads and their project partners are exempt from the Academy's no-travel rule. Then the day arrives.
No matter what happens today, I'm proud that you are my partner through all of this, Tace. My only hope is that I won't be a burden to you. You never were. For so long, you've been my strength.
Following a passionate hug, Rena steps out onto the stage. Her dream-filled footsteps stalk away as two other sets approach. Oh no, don't tell me.
You think this is it, huh? That you've gotten everything you wanted?
Alini and Nini stop before Tace backstage.
Not only are you a bumpkin, you're also determined to be an eyesore. All I want to do is help Rena. And you can.
Egan shoots off the couch and clutches his head when Alumni shoves Tace. Oh no, don't punch the TV, please, Egan. No, she has heroin ankles. Heroin ankles. How unseemly. It's unforgivable to injure one's competitor before a fair fight. Tace is wearing massive heels, and after the two goons wander off, she winces as she tries to stand. From beyond the curtains, Rena's finished her introductions. All Tace needs to do is walk through and show off the outfit she worked so hard on with Rena. Tace tries to stand, but fails. Warrior Tace, you can't be defeated like this! The silent crowd begins to whisper as nobody comes through, despite Rena's words. I can't bear to watch the screen, but I don't want to miss the shining last moments of two brilliant young women.
Tace tries to stand again, and despite all the wincing and tearing up, she gets to her feet. Her first step is a limp. There's a flashback to the moment she shared with Rena, where she mentioned she always looked forward now. Flashing lights blind me as much as they do Tace. She proceeds forward through the immense pain, but her gait isn't as picture-perfect as everyone else's before her. There, in the light for her audience and us viewers, her imperfect self stands on the stage instead. She does the best she can, until Rena takes her hand and eases her burden. When they exit the stage following the ordeal, it's bitterly silent. The outfit they put on together is a mess. The display of it on stage is even more so.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I ruined it. What are you talking about? You were amazing. That you were here at all, that I had anything to look forward to was the amazing part. Rena, I wanted to win so more people could see your design, but we've still done that. I doubt there's anyone who wouldn't watch our spectacle. Have you seen us? We're breathtaking.
Once Tace is seated, they embrace each other amid tears and await the results.
Well, of all the amazing talent we saw tonight, our judges and the audience engraved just one in their hearts. So it is with heartfelt glee that I welcome our winners, Rena Belvedere and her model Tace Lisman, back to the stage.
Egan and I cheer like idiots in front of the television. I high-five him like it was our personal victory. Following their win, Tace can leave campus and travel with Rena to her hometown. However, crushingly, it's gone.
No, they fought so hard.
The land was bought up by massive conglomerates, and hideous factories stand in place where Tace fondly grew up. Nothing left but steel and concrete. She's devastated and loses all hope of reuniting with the family she left behind. The experience is enough for Rena to finally understand the destruction corporations have on people like Tace, and it spurs her into action.
This isn't over, Tace. Don't give up hope, you hear me? I promise. We'll find them.
By the time Tace graduates, Rena has established herself. She returns to the school and starts a new brand together with Tace. They cast the brand worldwide, using Tace's old calling card in secret hopes of finding her family. The final shot of the series shows an older woman, with features shockingly similar to Tace, tearing up as she holds a garment in an old thrift store. When she rushes out the door and calls out to the other family members, I sniffle. Egan dabs at his eyes and passes me tissues for mine. We're shoulder to shoulder on the sofa, using one another as support. It was oddly good for something I thought would be a complete joke, considering they crafted fabrics for the bulk of the runtime and designed in the remainder of it. Quite. By the way, congratulations on successfully relaxing. I grin as Egan shakes his head. I was far too engrossed in their drama to completely relax. I felt as if I was there with them. He has a mischievous smile, so I let out a fake groan. Guess we're watching another show. The horror? Aww. Of all the things I do to relax, there are only a few that come to mind that are fun to do with another person. Usually I just play games. Either play Stardew Valley, Hytale, Fields of Mystria, Sonic Racing Transformed, 10 hours of Pal World. Usually I just play video games and my worries melt away. He strokes his chin. As melting worries must be a figure of speech, what types of games do you enjoy? Anything I like. I try about everything that catches my eye. May I try one of your favorites? As long as you don't mind. Romance games? Simulation game? I gotta see romance games. I blush a little, recalling the last romance game I played. In some senses, it's safe enough to play with another person, but in other spots, perhaps not so much. We could play my favorite otome game, if you're open to it. I am unfamiliar with that genre, so I'll look forward to this enlightenment. I don't know if I'd use that term, but I hope you'll enjoy it. Before that, you ought to look the part since we're lounging around all day. I'll lend you my largest shirt. Once Egan's donned something more comfortable and snacks are seen to, I pass him the controller to the console I set up. I gave him a general rundown of how the game works, while he portioned our snacks into bowls. One of my comfort otome games is called My Heroine. It's about a village deity whose powers and relevance are fading because her people no longer pray to her. The primary culprits contributing to her downfall are 3 problematic bachelors of varying status. In an attempt to save herself from disappearing, she joins the village people as a mysterious traveler and tries to solve the 3 bachelors' problems to restore the villagers' faith in her. Oh, I would watch this. I would play this. This sounds fun. It's an interesting plot, full of twists, and all 3 routes are really good. Aww. Egan stares at the main menu the way a student would their exams. Then, following a nod, he starts the game. The heroine naming screen pops up, but he passes on renaming her. Hey, just a reminder that we're meant to have fun with this game. Don't take it too seriously.
I can't be lenient. Luna's life is in my hands, so I must vanquish the men dooming her.
Oh boy, here we go. I munch on popcorn while Egan plays the prologue. Luna offers to protect a convoy coming to supply her patron village in Celestia, and travels into town with them. The convoy lost their previous escort, as Celestia and its surrounding roads have been getting more dangerous. Seeing how battered the group is, Luna laments that she doesn't have enough power to perform as many blessings as she used to. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's not an all-powerful goddess anymore because people stopped praying to her. Her ability to do so is reliant on the faith of the villagers. She befriends the merchant and leader of the convoy, Joanne Celestir, during the trip. Joanne? Is it Joanne? Turns out to be a woman of strong faith. As they near the city gates, their convoy is attacked, but Luna prevents all casualties. As she offers up her victory to the village's patron goddess, those who were protected by her do the same. They arrive safely at the Merchants' Guild in Celestia, and Luna's offered room and board by Celestir when she shares she has nowhere to go. As long as she does some odd jobs and deliveries for the guild, she's free to stay. Egan encounters the first love interest at the guild hall when his conversation with Joanne is interrupted by her son, Rimu Celestir.
Mother, they said you encountered trouble on the road. Are you injured?
I'm fine, thanks to this young lady here. Luna, this is my son, Rimu.
Yes, introductions are all well and good, but quite inappropriate at the moment. That you were attacked at all is why I'm stressed time and time again that you should retire. What a rude guy. How could he tell his mother that when she bonded with Luna over how much she loved traveling?
He's scared. Didn't you hear the people talking about how dangerous the village is nowadays?
Danger is part of life. That she owns the guild and is still involved in what most consider grunt work is admirable. He should be proud of her. Also, he completely disregarded Luna's existence. He's no good. Who's next?
Hey, don't write him off already. You have no idea what his character arc will be.
He's a rude guy who yells at his mother. We've seen enough. My strong daughter Luna can do better.
Aww. I'm ecstatic at how fast you warmed up to the protagonist.
As a fellow warrior that was admirable in battle, despite her waning abilities, she has the right to be my daughter.
Aww. Choices pop up on the screen. Egan has the choice to defend Joanne's love of travel or keep out of family matters. He folds his arms and studies the choices.
What trick is this? As a stranger, it's right to stay out of family arguments. However, I agree with Joanne.
We're trying to raise our affection with the male leads, so you ought to stay out of it to placate him.
What? He has a fragile ego too? Absolutely not.
I sit up as Egan opts to defend Joanne. Luna grips her moonlight pendant as she courageously argues with Rimu.
You may have saved my mother today, but do you think she'll be that lucky every time? If you play with fire enough times, you'll get burned.
While that has some merit, you claiming her going out is the problem is just wrong. Invest that energy into making Celestia safer for everyone instead of arguing with her.
Rimu glares at Luna.
I don't know what privileged life you've led where you think progress like that is so simple. How about you go back to it instead of sticking your nose where it doesn't belong?
Oh yeah. Egan's gonna reach the TV and smoke this guy.
If it weren't for that miserable goddess everyone is so set on worshipping, and her ridiculous temple everyone's set on preserving, I could have implemented all the security measures this village needs.
Uh-oh.
I glance at Egan. He's as quiet as Luna is at the revelation.
Okay, you two. Let's settle down.
Joanne slides in between Remo and Luna.
The goddess is watching over Celestia. We need her temple around to keep her with us. She'll protect us. Faith can't protect us. Only we can protect ourselves. But fine. Once things are dire enough, I'll gain enough signatures to burn that insipid temple to the ground.
Remu storms off. A door slams in the distance. Are we sure this guy isn't the antagonist? Boy, he's the worst. He wants to burn down Luna's home to the ground. How could we date him? He yells at the elderly, and he's an arsonist.
I cackle.
There's still 2 more love interests. Don't get hung up on Remu. Although Joanne apologizes for her son, and Luna's guilt gnaws at her, Egan fumes as Luna settles in for the night. The following day, she delivers a package to the village's lunar church on behalf of the guild. Luna's temple sits atop Celestia's Peak on a mountain. The lunar church rests at the bottom of that hill. As the church is short on hands, Luna must deliver the supplies directly to the priest and second love interest, Artemis Lua. She walks in on him praying to her statue. Egan has the choice to wait till he's finished or to call out to him. He decides to wait. Aww. Luna polishes her moonlight pendant while she waits, but is interrupted by a rush of power building within her. She realizes it's coming from Artemis. He's devout, and yet her power wanes all the same. He's too visually stunning to be such a humble priest. Is he actually a con man? I busy myself with drinking water as I recall how Artemis was. Once again, Egan catches on. He'll lump Artemis together with Remo. The priest rises from his prayer and turns to Luna. His long hair falls over his shoulders. His face is obscured by an intricate moon-shaped mask. I mean, me personally, I would have fallen for this guy. I would be like, that's the one I'm going for this playthrough.
I hope I didn't interrupt. I'm here for delivery.
I'll relieve you of that crate, lost star. Come closer.
As Luna approaches and passes the box, Artemis stares at her.
Is there something wrong with the delivery?
No. My apologies. This village rarely has new faces, so I was surprised.
They trade introductions, and Artemis is so kind to Luna that Egan noticeably takes a liking to him. When he's prompted to join Artemis for a short prayer, he immediately taps the choice to agree. Aww. Artemis and Luna join hands and speak her typical prayer. However, when they're halfway through it, Artemis falls silent and stares at Luna. He remains silent, even after she says goodbye and departs. The scene lingers on him.
Do my eyes deceive me? Has the moon fallen to collect this lost star?
Did he find out Luna's identity in a single interaction? I slurp more water. He's devout, remember? I've got a bad feeling. Hopefully Luna won't run into him again. Unfortunately for Egan, Luna is an Otome protagonist. She runs into Artemis 11 more times in a single day. Every interaction is more intense than the last, but as Artemis is helpful and kind, Egan warms up to him tentatively. Anytime Luna struggles or reaches a roadblock in her investigation while making deliveries, Artemis appears to assist her. Perhaps I was unnecessarily nervous. He's polite and helpful, unlike Remo. Remo hasn't said a single kind word to Luna since their first meeting. I'm pretty sure Egan has negative affection points with him. After Artemis joins Remo, Joanne, and Luna for dinner at the guild, Egan turns to me. Luna's encountered this gentleman too often now. Is Artemis following her? I wonder how Egan would take to a Yandere. Whatever do you mean? How can he run into her that many times by coincidence? I'm grateful for his assistance, but how is he always there? I pour myself more water. Is this like when you're watching somebody watch or play something you've already played and you're just going, keep playing. Keep playing. Artemis's shocking scene happens tomorrow. Following the day's deliveries, Egan reaches the scene in Artemis's introduction, where Luna catches him intimately worshipping her statue. What do you mean, intimately? He fondles and washes every crevice of it, and pants shamelessly while doing so.
Luna hides as not to be caught. Egan Egan saves the game and sets the controller down in the safety of the pause menu. How do I tell Luna to run?
You can't.
He's no good either. He seems so nice. So what is this 180 change?
So he's a little fanatical.
Egan thrusts a finger at the screen. You call that a little? If he finds out Luna's true identity, there's no way she's going home. And if he's that much of a pervert, of course nobody goes to the church.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess, yeah, maybe that's why nobody goes there.
I bursts into laughter.
Now does Remus seem so bad?
He's still bad. This worse guy doesn't absolve him. He exits the menu, but I can't stop laughing as he clutches his head while reading Artemis's extremely horny, obsessive dialogue. He slaps the choice to flee instead of confronting our Artemis. Run away, Luna. Lock all your doors and windows, too. I'm skeptical of how much it'll help, but it's the effort that counts.
Well, I mean, instead of self-inserting, Egan sees Luna as his daughter, so he's not going to be playing around.
When the heroine returns to her room, she slumps against the door, trying to calm her heart. Wait a moment. Where's her pendant? Luna's sprite no longer has the iconic moonlight pendant. Luna notices it's gone too and panics. Don't tell me she dropped it back where that pervert is. The choices pop up to go look for the pendant or stay in. It's dark out. I can't justify sending Luna out. Let's hope there's a good Samaritan left in the village. When Artemis stands in the doorway to return Luna's pendant, Egan crumples in on himself. Ah, he's the enemy! How could you be so clumsy, Luna? Please tell me she knows how to act like she saw nothing. When the choice pops up to admit Luna's the owner of the pendant, or deny it, Egan wheezes. Ah, how could these options be so sadistic? We can't let this degenerate know we saw him.
Do you really think he doesn't know? He's testing you.
Let me have my illusion, Espoir. Honorably, Egan selects the option that allows Luna to reclaim her pendant. What happens if we lie?
He keeps it and wears it for the rest of the game until she needs it.
Scrip! It's her precious heirloom. He dares flaunt it as though he slew her in battle? Luna's investigation continues, and at the peak of it, we finally encounter the third and final love interest. A fellow deity named Locke. He's Luna's senior by several thousand years, and his patron village is prospering. He's also the fandom darling. Since he's mature and caring, merch of Locke is the cost of at least one kidney from resellers. Luna, you're lucky. There's a normal one. After he says it, he spins to me to check.
Hey, I'm not spoiling it.
Newsflash, they all suck.
Luna wouldn't be down here if none of these guys had problems.
Egan ends up on Locke's route following the prologue. A tragic love story unfolds between us. Locke and Luna have been reincarnated. In their past lives they shared one husband, and were as close as sisters. However, when Locke gained more favor with her husband, her pavilion hatched a plot alongside him to assassinate Luna. To protect Luna, Locke killed their divine husband and all rebelling members. Luna was accidentally killed in the ensuing backlash before Locke could protect her. After ages of effort to restore her divinity, Locke reincarnated, but didn't have enough power to hold on to Luna's soul and recreate her truly divine image. So, she made her a minor deity, hoping humans could fill what divine power was lacking. Their common enemy, their divine husband from their previous life, wasn't completely defeated. So, when Luna finally had all the power required, he thwarted Locke's efforts to travel to her. It's still a wild ride for a story. Now I'm getting invested. I feel liberated that Luna didn't have to fix those other two scoundrels.
Oh, but you'll learn even juicier details in their routes.
You do? But what we just played was already so complete. What happens?
You'll still have to play them. I'm not spoiling it.
Please, Espoir.
Yeah, please, Espoir. I can want to play this fake game now. Nope, you're invested now. Finish the rest of the game.
I wanna see what happens next. Of the things I do to relax, there are only a few that come to mind that are fun to do with another person. Bathe? Okay. Usually I bathe to relieve stress. Okay, so I make the water really, really hot because I'm gonna wait a while to get into it, so I make the water really, really hot, and then I light one of my wax-scented candles, usually something flowery. I put that like in the corner of the tub, and I've got dried rose petals that I sprinkle in the tub, and I also usually have like almond oil or coconut oil or something. Put that in the tub, sprinkle some oil in the tub with the roses. And if I'm feeling really fancy, I'll take one of those little satchel things and I'll put some oatmeal, some colloidal oatmeal in that, put it in a bag, drop that in the tub. Or instead of that, maybe I'll put some Epsom salt in it, or maybe both. One time I got really fancy and I put oatmeal, Epsom salt, rose petals, and lavender in a little satchel, put that in the tub. It was great. And then I take my phone in the bathroom and I put it in a little plastic bag, like a Ziploc bag, so I don't get it wet, and I have like either a movie or some music playing. And then when the bath is cooled off just a little bit, but not too much, I'll like turn off the lights, but like leave like one small light on so that it's kind of dim in there, and I'll just I call that a sexy bath. That's a patented Espoir sexy bath. Treat yourself. Usually I bathe to relieve stress. I'm familiar with that activity, but I've never had any success with it. Perhaps I'll be successful in your company.
That's the spirit.
Where is your communal bathing space?
What's it? Then my thoughts catch up to the implications of what Egan just shared.
Wait, we can't bathe together. We'd be doing it separately.
He looks at me like I'm truly alien, but there's also a hint of admiration.
You bathe alone?
You bathe with people?
Bathing with others is a must. A fifth of Ornthonian assassinations happen in the bathroom.
Okay, yeah. What do I even say to that? It's tragic, odd, yet morbidly humiliating. Imagine you're a renowned extraterrestrial warrior, yet you die on the can. Yeah, okay, yes. Oh, geez. Maybe we don't want to get married. You'll be safe in our bathroom. I promise.
What about you?
I bathe there every day. Why wouldn't it be safe for me?
We're affiliated.
Listen to me very carefully, okay? Nobody, and I mean nobody, is gonna kill us while we're bathing. Someone's totally gonna kill us while we're bathing, aren't they? Aren't they? I just know it.
Unless you can prove to me that the probability of assassination is 0, I'm afraid I can't agree to this.
I'll prove it's safe. I'll bathe right now just to prove how safe it is. I reach the doorway of the kitchen before Egan seizes my shoulder.
Espoir, you cannot! It's dangerous!
Then you can protect me.
That may be so, but why take the risk?
To prove that what you said is absolutely bonkers. I showered yesterday and this morning just fine.
But that was not in my company. Thus, that you have lived once is a fluke.
Why do I have a feeling I am going to be assassinated while I'm in the tub? Not saying that again. I promise you, it'll take me 30 minutes, tops. Which is an offensively short bath in my opinion. But since he insists they're assassins, it needs to be short to placate him. I'll be right back. I pull my shoulder free and head into the bathroom. I crank on the shower and plug the tub. My hair gets soaked. I select one of my favorite bath soaps off the shelf and pour soap into the filling water.
Espoir? You alive?
Very, though I'm tempted to scream and make horrific gurgling noises just to tease you.
Please don't, as I would not find that amusing.
He really is taking this seriously, huh? Did he lose someone in a bathroom at some point? Probably. If so, that's pretty sad. At least he won't lose me in one.
I've long awaited the day Prince, that word, exposes his weakness.
What? I bolt out the door before whoever joined me finishes their monologue. I crash into Egan and scramble up into his arms as if I'm a cat and he's the tree. You have got to be kidding me!
Espoir,
Am I still naked? The bloody assassin is in there!
Egan wilts as if this were an inevitable event he's experienced many, many times.
They saw my goodies.
I warned you.
Don't just stand there, arrest them!
He all but surgically removes the death grip I have on him, then sheds his cape and drapes it around me. One gesture later, 2 familiar guards beam into the room. Supreme Leader, we have apprehended the culprit. Good, deal with them, then pack up everything in this house.
Hold on. I'm glad they were caught so fast, but why are you packing my things?
It's too dangerous for you to stay here for the time being.
I'll be fine. I'm just shaken up.
To emphasize, Espoir, you must come with me. It's non-negotiable. Now that you've proved it, I must make sure you understand. It's not safe for you to bathe alone again. Ever again.
But my bath isn't big enough for 2 people to have a sexy bath.
I laugh instead of parsing what he's saying. In fact, I laughed the entire way up to the spaceship. I keep laughing, even as I'm sat down next to Lynn.
Whoa! Hey! Why are you naked under that cape?
How could bathing be that dangerous? How could... Seriously, how'd he get in? Ending 8, the final cleanse. Bathing has always been dangerous. Have you ever slipped on soap? Ever hit your knee on the tap? Hurts. Hurts a lot. Okay, maybe we shouldn't bathe, since there's an assassin in our bathroom. Request Egan reconsider. I can't prove it, but I'm telling you nobody will die. You can trust me. I do trust you. Trust has nothing to do with it. Probability, however, has everything to do with it. I urge him to reconsider with my best pleading eyes, but aside from a flinch followed by a glum shake of his head, he doesn't budge. It's no use. I'll have to pick something else. Though it was nice to learn something else about him. Yeah. We could at $ asterisk exclamation point question mark at TE. Oh, you mean a solo session. You mean polishing the pearl, rubbing one out, spanking the monkey, pounding the flounder, hand-to-gland combat, slapping the salami, diddling the skittle. I work out a kink in my hair as I reflect on myself and what I almost told Egan. No, be brave. Tell him, we're well, I mean, technically he's not human, but he's an intelligent individual. This is the same alien who proposed to me over a day ago, and meant it. Who knows how he'll respond if I tell him my favorite method of relieving stress. We can't do what I usually do to relieve stress together. Well, yeah, I guess you wouldn't be doing it together. Well, technically, if we both get real comfortable with one another real fast, then we could. Heck, we may already be there, considering how natural his company feels. But it'd be insane to suggest doing something R-rated for relaxation when we just met, and I'm unfamiliar with his anatomy. He might have multiple. Imagine the possibilities. Don't look at me that way, Egan! And yet, I'm scientifically curious. I want to find out, but I have to fluff around first. Espoir, your face is red. I bet it is. You haven't yet suggested something we can do to relax together. Why is that? Because what came to mind isn't something we should do together. Why did the music stop? Interesting phrasing. What do you usually do? Crazy. He should understand it's something people don't say from my tone alone. He doesn't expect me to voice it aloud, does he? Yet the longer I take, the more curious Egan looks. It'd be hilarious if he's comfortable with it. He's very familiar with it. Although if he doesn't know how to relax and he sleeps in a thing that will make him rested for weeks, I doubt masturbation is something he knows about. Does it involve harming others? No, it's nothing like that. It's something people typically do when they're alone. That eliminates very few tasks. Kindly elaborate. It's an intimate thing. An intimate thing one does when they're alone, and yet you may do it with others? Why the heck did I bring this up? 'Cause I wanted to. I could sink into the floor from embarrassment. Then we can try it, can't we? I stare speechlessly at Egan. If you aren't against it, then what's stopping us? Do you comprehend what you're offering? I comprehend it, so come here, if you wish. Oh, he knows. He knows. He knows! Don't you get it? I'd touch you. Like, really touch you. All over. Non-platonically. I don't think he minds. This man was in a wedding dress within 5 minutes of you beating him at Duel Monsters. I don't think he minds. Then touch me. You mentioned you were curious yesterday. I hold his gaze for a few shaky breaths. Are you serious? I'm completely serious. I never thought we'd get here, especially considering how our first meeting went. I'm sure he'll pull away after a few pokes and prods, so I reach out. My fingers brush the soft skin of his cheeks. I glide my fingertips along the curve of his chin, and lower still. I am emboldened by the fact he hasn't taken his eyes off me. The groove music has started. I'm emboldened by the fact he hasn't taken his eyes off me. The carnal wanting within his gaze makes me too shy to glance at him again. The second I meet his eyes again is the moment I become the protagonist of a bodice ripper. Not looking is a temporary measure that buys me more time to feel him. My hands slide over his neck, across his shoulders and further downward. He has strong, toned muscles. The material his clothing is made of is so thin that it feels like touching his bare skin. Really? Stop me. You can undo it from the side. There's a hidden zipper there. Egan, you're so forward, Egan. His low, soft voice is so lovely that he could read me a grocery list and I'd find him enticing. I grope along his left side, but I don't find a zipper. All the while he drinks me in. There's space in his lap that clearly wasn't there before. My ears smolder at the silent invitation. Other side. I take my time on that side, as a delicious blush deepens across his cheeks, and yet, while I'm losing myself in how warm and firm he is, I find no zipper. Sir, are you messing with me? Are you being silly? I tug at the fabric, hoping to reveal one, but his garb is one solid piece for as far as I can feel. How do I get it off? I want to touch his skin. I need to. He grips the back of my chair and leans in. The kiss he tugs me into outdoes his prior stare. His lips, his tongue, and the exhilarating amount of sensation solidify just how he conquered all of those planets. I fall into him, desperate for more, and he pushes into me with such abandon that I lock my legs around his hips. Wait, what? Already? Am I still dressed? He tastes exceedingly sweet. My mouth tingles everywhere his tongue strokes. Oh yeah, and he's got a special tongue. The few times I ease up, his tongue loops around mine and holds me where he can take and give as much as he likes. He fondles my thighs, and I urge his fingers higher. If the controlled dig of his fingertips is anything to go by, he understood the signal. I yank on his shirt. I'll rip the blasted thing off if I must. Egan's lips weaken me as he explores my neck. Where's the zipper? He chuckles. Egan, the zipper! There isn't one. I teased you so you'd feel me up. You... So then, how do I get your clothes off? You can't, unless we're on the mothership. Oh. Hence the previous scene in the ending. Egan, am I gonna have to put this last part on my adult Patreon, Egan? He breaks away, long enough to slap a button behind him.
Disrobe protocol initiated. Please remain still.
Disrobe protocol? Random arcs of his clothing vanish, as if he were some children's cutout craft. I burst into laughter. That's masterfully quelled with pleasure seconds later. When I curse, he kisses me. I nearly lose myself again, so I cover his face with my hand and push him in the opposite direction. No matter how much you entice me, I'm upset.
That's horribly impractical. Yeah, what do you think this is? Fallout 3? You can't eat any food or get dressed or undressed unless you have a Pip-Boy on your arm? Very. But I've never found it a hindrance until today. I shouldn't be the only one feeling tortured, so I press my leg against his bulge. Does he have a bulge? What is your anatomy, sir? We must study this for great science. He sucks in a breath through clenched teeth. Then I'm off balance. My back sinks against the bar stool, and Egan is the solid wall that prevents me from falling off the chair. He tugs my offending leg up and drapes it over his shoulder. Ugh. Let's not tease each other beyond this. I have a bad personality when I really want something. Egan. He caresses my inner thigh and glides his palm in a slow, appreciative slide down to my ankle, then kisses my inner calf. Oh, he's a smoothie. He's definitely a smoothie. Implying? Do you not want me badly enough already? If I take you up to the mothership right now, you aren't coming back down. Our decorum hangs on by a threadbare string. Please don't let me fall and bash my head. Let's change activities. Untangling myself from him and committing to doing something other than him this afternoon is now a true testament of willpower. I manage it, but I can't help wondering at what cost. I should hurry and distract myself in Egan. All of the above. Let's make a day of it. As Egan seems unenthused about spending the day relaxing, perhaps he'll enjoy his time more if I let him pick something. Usually I watch something, listen to music, play games, take a long bath, or take some time to myself, do some self-healing, appreciate my glorious body, alone. What are you most interested in doing? Egan gives it serious consideration, then clasps both of my hands in his. Everything. All right. Uh-oh. Before I can respond, we're in the living room. The show Egan chooses to play is 2 times sped up on the TV, while we play my favorite cozy game cooperatively on 2 handheld consoles. My laptop blares a playlist of my favorite songs on the coffee table. Water cascades down on us from the shower head attached to the portable bathtub we're sharing. This isn't what I pictured. My senses are so overloaded that I see the soul of my Nintendo witch escaping from all the water. I keep swiping off the screen. Egan, this is not relaxing. You can do it, Espoir. It's not a matter of skill, you loon. We're doing too much. However, as he is enjoying every activity flawlessly, I try to match his pace nonetheless. My resolve wins, but my body is weak. My head throbs and my vision swims. Then I sink into the water. Espoir? Espoir! Sensory overload as vast as the galaxy. Egan had a fantastic time doing everything possible. Unfortunately for him, mortals have limitations. Oh yeah, what are simulation games? What simulation games would we play? Since our goal is to relax, I ought to play a simulation game with Egan. My favorite farming sim is a cooperative experience, and I never did get Lynn to play it with me. How much do you know about digital farming, Egan? Nothing, but I'm ready to learn. Perfect. This should be a blast. We can start a new save file. Before that, you ought to look the part since we're lounging around all day. I'll lend you my largest shirt. Aw, put him in a big shirt, even though it kind of looks the same as what he's wearing before. Once Egan's donned something more comfortable and snacks are seen to, I pass him the controller to the console I set up. The melody of my favorite comfort farming sim plays on the TV. After all these years, I finally get to run a cooperative farm with someone other than an NPC. Egan and I spend a fair amount of time on the character customization screen. He makes his farmer as close to himself as possible. While I typically make an OC, I decide to do the same. We arrive in town together, and are given 2 different plots of land as part of the town's revitalization project.
Fuchsia, the town mayor, welcomes us warmly and provides us the standard farming tools to get started on growing crops. I've played the entire game before, so I skipped the tutorial. However, there's something special about watching Egan play and absorb everything. He plants his turnips in neat 2x2 squares on his farm plot. The mechanics are simple, but I anticipate they'll add complexity.
It always starts out like this. You can do a lot more as you upgrade your tools.
What shall we do first? Wait. He wanders onto my farm and approaches my character. There you are. We're neighbors.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know you were so close.
Can we combine our farms?
I'm not sure. I've always played solo.
Shall I ask the mayor?
You just started playing. Don't you want your own farm?
But then I couldn't come home to you after a long day's exploration. I want to fix that.
Oh, it's such a sweet sentiment that I'm momentarily blindsided.
I'll have turnips soon, and as you'll need some to keep up your stamina, let's eat together.
Thank you, but I don't think that's how it works.
Are you sure? The mayor said we can send mail.
Again, I've always played solo.
Egan's character wanders away and forages for some berries.
Besides, you can't share your farm with anyone but your spouse, pets, and kid.
Then let's get married.
Oh, come on, I can't bring out the wedding dress again. There are plenty of romanceable NPCs in the village to choose from.
Why would I marry an NPC when I moved to town with my wife?
I'm going to feel weird if you keep making jokes like that, and I don't recall you giving me a ring.
Seems I must venture into the mines as a suitable expression of devotion first.
Aw, come on. You haven't met anyone in the village yet. Why don't we head into town? I'm sure you'll find someone you like. We wander into town, but as we keep stopping to harvest materials along the way, it takes a while.
Is my new farm too destitute? Is that why I'm not a serious consideration for your marriage candidate?
I really don't think we can get married. I doubt the game is that advanced.
I think you can in Stardew... Can you in Stardew Valley? Then we can pretend.
Why are you so set on this? Go explore. I'm going my own way.
His character strides away with the standard walking animation, but it feels like he's sulking. I head down to the docks and obtain a fishing rod. From then on, I fish the day away. I have a whole 15 minutes or so of peace before the couch rocks. We can! It's possible to marry another player character.
I thought you were meeting the locals.
I have, and while I was in City Hall, I looked into player marriage.
Well, that's a neat gimmick.
I should polish my homestead so I'm more of an eligible bachelor.
You're really committed to combining our plots, huh?
Of course. We can split the work and share the joys and sorrows of growing our farm together.
He's so excited that I almost say yes. Well, I can't agree so easily. You haven't wined and dined me at all.
Pardon my discourtesy. I'll fix that right away.
Every NPC in the village has a 10-heart character arc where you grow close to them. Aw, this is Stardew Valley.
But I don't have a set tale to tell.
If you're intent on marrying me, then you'll have to come up with one. Those are the rules.
I'm gonna give you so many hot peppers and spicy cheese poppers.
Egan rests his controller in his lap and taps his chin.
I'll think of something.
Actually,
I can't lose you to an NPC.
And thus begins Egan's consistent efforts to forge a relationship between the two of us in-game. He sends a letter every morning with some corny yet endearing recap of how he spent the previous day.
Oh, I would be in tears.
Each letter has an attachment. Usually it's a meal or a bundle of materials I needed. We spend all of spring assisting each other on our farms and setting out for either a day's worth of fishing, mining, or harvesting. We share our goals for the season. I get a chicken coop up before the first day of fall, thanks to Egan's help. As you're the reason I could put this up so fast, you get to name my first chicken.
The name Cheapy sounds adequate.
I didn't expect you to pick such a cute name.
Cheapy is a cute chicken. They deserve a cute name.
We grow fall crops in massive quantities and focus on refining them into profitable materials.
As there are limited winter crops, we'll need enough finances to catapult ourselves into a productive spring. During our adventures, Egan tells me about his character's backstory, which is hardly any different from his actual self. He decorates his farm with rocks, sand, and broad-leafy plants while I match my farm to my preferences. Does Ornthon have a lot of sand? Sand is the closest equivalent that this game has. Our planet's surface is predominantly made of shale. Ugh. In the middle of fall, Egan sends a letter asking me out to the fall festival. I feel his nervous gaze glancing over at me as I read the note. Do you want me to mail you my answer or tell you now? Please tell me now. That way I can prepare the appropriate garb. Assuming I say yes. He gasps. Aw, look at his face. Aw. I'm kidding. Of course I'll go with you. Yes! He swirls his character in several circles on screen. Aw. I must collect as much information on what the festival entails from the villagers as I can. He's so giddy about it that my heart thumps. I visit the clothing shop and buy an outfit specifically for the festival. 4 days later, the day of the festival arrives and we attend together. The attention to detail is fantastic. Egan and I both interact with the locals during the event, as well as with one another. I have more fun than I ever had attending the festival, with his added commentary amidst our antics. When the time comes to release colored lanterns across the water in the evening, I stick around with him until the sprites of the lanterns drift out of sight. It's a beautiful ceremony, thanks to the orange glow of the lanterns, the gentle ebb and flow of the water, and colored leaves floating through the air like fireflies. He walks me home, then says goodbye. My heart sinks for the first time as I watch his little character trek back to his home. I forget my cattle outside during a nasty thunderstorm at the end of fall, but Egan's long herded them inside the barn by the time I arrive back at my farmstead. Oh! From then on, I'm hooked on doing everything I can in-game with him. He spends the first 2 days of winter bedridden from a cold he caught during the storm. I visit his farm, finish his chores, and deliver a water stew, hoping he'll feel better. A winter stew. I'm just gonna give him a bowl of boiled water and say, here you go. Espoir, little Egan is dying. He won't die. I'm nursing him. Being sick for 2 days isn't so bad, since little Egan spent a lot of time with you. I was waiting for my thread and seeds to finish processing in their machines anyway. Can't you tell a sick man that you wanted to see him? Although my cheeks heat up, I don't humor him any further. Thankfully, Egan's healthy on the 3rd day of winter. That would be cute if you could actually get sick in Stardew Valley, and the character that likes you the most has to heal you. From then on, winter's full of mining. In between that, we have fun in the snow. We make snowmen and have snowball fights. Wait, this just feels like we're spending our lives together. We're spending our little farm lives together. At the winter festival, we make ice sculptures and skate around the ice rink. During the fireworks of the summer festival, Egan proposes. Our plots are combined by spring of our 2nd year. We adopt a dog and a cat. Seasons drift by, and our characters visibly age. Eventually, the upkeep of our entire farm is automated. We use that time to fish and complete the town museum with rare collectibles. Once that's finished, the town revitalization project is complete. There's a massive celebration, then the credits roll. Along with the names scrolling by are various screen caps of things Egan and I did in the game. My heart? My heart? He sets his controller aside and rests his head on my shoulder. I shut off the console and the television. I enjoyed that. What was that game called? Seasonal Grove. I shall procure a copy of my own. I'm sure the developers would positively glow from your endorsement. You know, watching those credits, I finally realized why I felt so envious of little Egan. Where's he going with this? He isn't about to ask me to marry him again, is he? Would it be too presumptuous to request we take a photo together? We could, but I'm not picture ready. You'll have to give me some time. Must you? You already look perfect to me. All you need is a smile. Wait! Egan hits a button on his watch, and a chime goes off. I figured it digitalized above the screen of his watch.
but it doesn't. I wasn't ready. Let me see that photo. Egan shifts his arm out of the way. I flop on top of him in a mad dash to grab his watch. He lets out a puff of air. He gazes at the photo with such a fond expression that my heart stutters. Oh, I'm crying. I'm crying. There are tears in my eyes. These two are so cute. They're so cute together, so absolutely precious. The definition of precious, these two. Let me see that. You aren't allowed to have any more cryptic photos of me. But I love these photos. My face flames as his earlier enraptured gaze comes to mine. Mischief has replaced it, but he's sincere. Not even my mother could love those photos. Give it here. Oh, that's so sweet. The photo we took projects from his watch. It's beautiful. My surprised smile, the way I look at him, it reveals more than I meant to slip out. See? It's great. I'll print it for my office. I didn't know your watch could take photos. It can do plenty of things. I have photos of Ornthon. Would you like to see them? Can I? You can, but you have to come closer. The screen's small. I press it against his chest, and he tucks me against his shoulder as he pulls up the photos. Oh! This one is from when I... Well, that was all of Love Limit, I think. I'm pretty sure. And, oh boy, this was phenomenal. This was absolutely just... Bravo. Bravo to the whole team behind this game. This was an amazing, amazing story. My heart is thoroughly broken. I loved all the references. These two are the definition of precious. I love Egan. Making a game is hard. I know it takes a lot of work, but I would really love to see more of these characters and this world. I'd love to explore maybe Nabo and Andel a little bit more because Egan and the MC, they're perfect. They're absolutely perfect. I'm crying. I'm going to be thinking about these two growing old together on in a farming simulation game. Exactly, Daisy. Even Daisy approves. And of course, there will be a link in the description of this video to this game where you can follow the developers for any more development. And if you have an account on itch.io, it really helps out the developers if you rate their games. And if you would like to watch me play more amazing visual novels, feel free to peruse around my channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, or interact in any way that's comfortable for you, as it really, really helps out my channel and gets us closer to 100,000 subscribers. But until next time, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope.